Hello guys, welcome back to another video today. And today we're going to be talking about Chelsea's 7-0 thrashing against Norwich City. As Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner are out, we have no strikers. But no strikers means no problem. So, the things I'm going to be talking about today include all 7 goals, the Mende save, and last of all, but not least, the red card. I just hope we can talk about all the goals today, as there were so many of them that were scored. But we're going to talk about each goal in order as they came, and then we're going to talk about the result and then what it meant then in the end. So, first goal gets scored by Mr. Mason Mount. What happened was one of the Chelsea players took a shot, deflected out, and then Mason Mount gets the ball and he kicks it into the bottom corner of the net outside the box to make it 1-0 Chelsea. And then that gets us up and running for the subsequent amount of goals that had been scored in this game. And then the second goal that's scored then comes from Reece James. He takes a shot and it goes into the bottom corner of the net. And then thirdly, before the break, then Callum Hudson Odoi gets on the score sheet to make it 3-0 Chelsea. And after the third goal is scored, that meant that we were 3-0 up and we were cruising. All we had to do at that point, at the very least, was defend our lead and ensure that Norwich didn't get back into the game. God help those Norwich players in the dressing room at half time. And then second half gets underway and we're up and running again. And then an own goal is scored by Aarons from the Norwich City player, which gives us a 4-goal lead against Norwich. And it's only the third time that Chelsea have scored at least 4 goals under Thomas Tuchel. And it was a great way to see us going even further ahead until Ben Chilwell gets a 5th goal in the 57th minute as he takes the shot and it goes into the top corner of the net. And that's Ben Chilwell's 4th goal in 4 games in all competitions. And I think he also scored for England as well. And that means that Ben Chilwell is on form at the minute as he's getting all these goals. Unfortunately for Marcos Alonso though, he's not going to get his place, or it's going to be very hard for him to get his place because Ben Chilwell is on hot form at the minute. But I'm really grateful for what Ben Chilwell is doing at the minute as he's scoring goals, and Marcos Alonso will probably get a run, especially for the Capital One Cup coming up on Tuesday against Southampton. Marcos Alonso is still a good player, but it was good to see Ben Chilwell score again. And then goal number 6 came in the end of the game around the 83rd minute from a penalty from Mason Mount, where he gets his 2nd goal of the game. I remember when it was a handball, it was that gave away the penalty for Norwich, and initially it wasn't a penalty and then it was checked by VAR and then the final decision was made as the player had moved his hand out. So therefore it was a penalty because he was moving his hand towards the ball, and that was a clear penalty. Unfortunately, first time round, when Mason Mount went to take the penalty, he ended up missing it as the keeper dived the right way and he made a save. But it did turn out that the goalkeeper happened to be off his line, so it didn't really matter too much because we got to take the penalty again, and then Mason Mount strikes it right down the middle to make it 6-0 Chelsea. If you didn't already see that the goalkeeper did manage to get a foot onto the ball, but it went straight into the back of the net to make it 6-0 Chelsea. And then towards the end of the game, a minute before the whistle blew, Chelsea got their final goal as one of the Norwich players lost possession of the ball, and then Chelsea counter-attack, and then Mason Mount bangs into the back of the net to make it Chelsea 7, Norwich City 0. And that has been our biggest win against Norwich City for quite some time. We normally do tend to do well against Norwich, and even though they're struggling at the minute, it's important that we get points against them because it will increase our chance of winning the Premier League. We did the double over them the last time during the league, where we beat them 3-2 in their ground, and Tammy Abraham got on the score sheet, and then we beat them 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, and Olivier Giroud had scored the winning goal. I've heard other Chelsea fans claim that Olivier Giroud had been underrated. I think that's true because he has scored a few important goals for us. So the next part of this game that I'm going to talk to you about is the red card. Is not the red card. It's going to be the Mende save. Mende made a great save with his foot he did when one of the Norwich players came on and started attacking our goal. I think we might have lost our focus for that couple of seconds, but fair play to Mende for getting his leg out and keeping the ball out of the net. We were like a force field at the back for that moment. But I do remember two Chelsea players getting back first to help out the goalkeeper, and one of them was Thiago Silva, who is a great defender and he has a lot of experience, even though he's in his late 30s at the minute. So fair play to Mende for making the save, and fair play to Thiago Silva and the other defender for helping us prevent Norwich from scoring. And the red card happened as one of the Norwich City players fouled Reece James, and it was a red card as he had been booked already in the game. So it was a definite red card, and from that moment on, it just went from bad to worse for Norwich City as they had gone down to 10 men. So they had even more of a hill to climb. So I'm really happy with the performance, and that means we maintain our place on top of the league. Even though other rival clubs have games in hand, including Man City, who play later on today at 5:30, and then there's the biggie coming up tomorrow with Manchester United and Liverpool. What a game that will be, as there's a fierce rivalry between them two. The result I want there is maybe a draw or Manchester United to win in that game. But that game won't be until tomorrow. And what a cracker it could turn out. I'd say both teams will up their game. So that's all I have for you today, guys, in relation to Chelsea's thumping 7-0 win against Norwich City. If you have any other opinions based on the result that we had against Norwich, please let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you during the week, where I will see you after the Chelsea and Southampton game, where we'll be playing them in the Capital One Cup, And if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we beat them 3-1 in the Premier League. If we can do a repeat of that then on Tuesday, that would be great. But for now, I'm just going to continue enjoying the 7-0 win against Norwich. I'll see you guys later, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.